What's up, ladies and gentlemen, back once again. Today we're going to be talking about how a flower got the whole country talking, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, we got Ryan and Shufei back in the house. What's up, guys?
What's up? Hello, everybody.
Do you see that glimmer of hope that we can one day go out and have dinner together again?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, I thought you were going to say some inspirational thing. All I get is a yes?
Yes, it's inspirational enough. You
Yeah,
only
what
need
else
one
you
word.
want? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're asking for a lot, eh.
Have you
Don't
guys
so
gone out to
greedy,
eat?
can or not?
Have you guys gone out to eat dinner yet? Or
No,
like dine out?
no.
Oh,
I haven't
really?
dined out yet.
Did I dine out the other day? Wait, let me think.
Oh.
No. Where did I go? I went somewhere, but it was for work. But I went to Tapao, that's it. And when I walked into a store, I went Tapao Starbucks because I was hungry.
A lot of people.
I walked in, not really though.
I see
it was
restaurants
quite-
a lot of people actually now.
Yeah, it was quite empty. Went in there, although there were some people. Then bought something, ran out straight into my car, sanitized the living daylights out of myself, and started eating food. And then read an article today that those nano spray mist things.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah, I
work,
saw
right?
that too.
No, they're discouraging people to use it. Apparently,
why?
Okay, sorry. You can use it to sanitize stuff, surfaces, but don't use it to sanitize yourself. Don't breathe in the particles.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because apparently it's not healthy. So
Because I saw like KKM was saying like it's not approved lah. Not to say that it's bad, but it's not like approved for like sanitization by them lah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then what do those people who sanitize the streets? You know those people who the official sanitizers. What do they sanitize the streets with? Alcohol,
Yeah lor, alcohol lor.
Oh, really?
I think it's a mixture lah, and then they use it's like a big tong they carry on their bag, and then they got a pump and like that one.
Yeah. Okay. But hey, I'm not sure if you guys, heard about this. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this because I saw Shufei tweeting about it. Ryan, you and I were talking about it.
Yep.
But if you were under a bus, okay, sorry, that's the wrong terminology.
Under a rock.
If you were under a rock,
Under a bus? Why you could simply throw people under the bus?
sorry, I thought I was talking to Arsenal fans.
Oh, wow. Low blow, man. Low
That
blow. We
drag
won the
right
last
there.
2 games, okay?
I'm sorry. But okay, there was this whole shebang or this whole controversy about this advertisement that was posted by a sanitary pad brand. They are called Libresse. Some people call it Libresse, but I think the right way to pronounce it is actually Libresse.
The breast.
Yeah, but what do I know? Because we're guys. But okay, what was the whole controversy about? Shufei, can you explain it not?
Okay, so basically there was this religious group that came out and said that the whole advertisement was very disrespectful and is degrading women. So what this campaign is about, or this advertisement is about, basically they came out with a new packaging for this sanitary pad. And the new packaging consists of, it's like a batik design with flowers, but in the middle of the flower, it is a vulva. Yeah, a vulva, a girl's vulva.
So if you don't know what a vulva is,
Yes.
it's a female genitalia, right? A female's
Yes.
private part.
Yes. So because of this, there were people going on saying that it is it is basically very shameful lah for girls. But honestly, as a girl, I don't see how it is a problem because it's a sanitary pad brand, and what else can they put on their packaging?
And honestly,
you know?
I saw the design lah. I thought it was honestly
It's
it's quite
quite
nice
nice,
lah.
right?
It's good
Yeah,
by
it's
and then
nice.
and it's a flower. It's an actual flower, guys. It's not just they just draw the women private part there. It's an actual
Yeah, it's an actual flower, right?
And the flower name is called what? Clitoris aureola or something. Wait, I'm gonna Google it right now so that I can give you the exact answer.
Yeah, so it looks like a clit.
Yeah,
it looks like a
It's called
vagina.
it's called clitoris ternatea.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys watched last time, got one clip of Gordon Ramsay with the Malaysian auntie cooking on, right? It's like,
Yeah.
Gordon, do you want to see my clitoris flower? That flower lah. It's that blue flower. Yeah.
Oh. Wait. Okay. So I saw. I can't remember what the color was. But is the color representation also accurate with regards to the flower?
Yeah.
So that means they technically did not draw a vagina, lah. They just put a flower there, lah, right?
It's a flower.
It's a
And then in the
flower.
middle, there is it looks like a vulva lah. Actually, right, at first glance, you won't even notice it until someone says something. Like, I didn't even notice it until someone pointed it out. I'm like, oh, but honestly,
Yeah,
it just
actually,
looks like a flower. And I think another controversial point was because the design was based around batik, and batik is like a cultural like a cultural kind of art.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's actually batik is a Malaysian thing, right? Batik.
Yeah, I think it's
think so, yeah.
Southeast Asian. I know in Indonesia also it's one of their like very cultural significant.
And before we go, I'm just gonna ask you to come closer to the mic because you're a little bit soft. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
So batik, actually batik, right? Is it a Muslim art? Like a very like sacred Muslim art and stuff like that? No, right? Not really, right?
Oh man, I'm not expert but
Yeah, so not expert
I
on
feel
batik.
it's like it's a very local art lah.
Understand?
Whether
Yeah,
it's
so-
Muslim or not, I feel is only because let's be real. Like if you're Malay, you're Muslim. So
Yep.
in that sense, yes, I guess it's Muslim, but it's not Islamic. It's not like there's batik all the way in the batik culture is not in like the Middle East or anything. It's a very to our region kind of thing. Like I say Indonesia also is very big on batik.
Yeah.
It's their very cultural significant thing there.
I've always grown up to think that batik, I mean, it's Malaysian, not Chinese, not Malay, not Indian, it's Malaysian. Because my uncle, right, every time they go to a wedding, they wear batik.
Yeah, honestly, some
Yeah.
batik designs are really cool. I would like a batik
Like
suit.
if you're a very prestigious man, you don't like to wear a suit to a official thing, you wear batik.
Yeah, I think
know what
that's
I mean?
an excuse for people just not to wear the really thick shirt.
Okay, so
Batik is formal, so I'm just gonna wear a kain batik.
So reading
Yes.
on Wiki, right? I mean, Wiki is
Yeah.
not like the most credible source, but I mean,
Yeah.
most of us come here to read about stuff. Basically, the tradition of making batik is found in cultures such as Nigeria, China, India, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, most notably Indonesia.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's a religious thing, like it's a cultural thing, lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they basically made something like, they made a flower for a campaign. Now I know Libresse, because I think last year or the year before, I was judging a commercial thingy majig. And I think I remember sending it to you guys, Ryan, and said that, hey, this commercial is really good. And it's Libresse releasing a commercial with a song, Getting to Know You, getting to know all about you. Which movie is that from already, yeah?
I have no idea.
I know you're too young, Shufei.
Don't
Damn
know.
it, you too.
It's
Don't
an
know.
it's an old song, is it? I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
no, wait, can you just Google it real quick? I think if I'm not mistaken, it's Lady something. Or whether it's
By
like
Julie
a Disney.
Andrews.
Yeah, it's a Disney movie. Mary Poppins.
Is it Mary Poppins? No, The King and I. The King and I.
Ah, yes, sorry, The King and I.
King and I.
Yes. The King
Apparently,
and
yeah.
I.
Wait, is it? Yeah.
I acted in The King and I once. I mean, like stage play.
Oh.
And Chow Yun-fat came to Malaysia to act Anna and the King.
Oh.
The Crown Prince is actually my schoolmate. So hey,
Oh, so what did you act as? The Rock?
nothing.
The
They didn't even choose
You
me.
just stand there? Or were you the
tree in the
tree?
background.
No. I wasn't a part of it. So Libresse used that song, and they were having this campaign talking about getting to know your vagina. And it was for me when I saw it, I thought that like, whoa, this is so bold and it's so it puts ladies out there. It was so empowering because ladies from all walks of life, talking about something that's so private to them. And I remember I was really for it lah. And in the end, that commercial won. Kudos to that. I like that really. I'm not a girl, Savo, and I'm like, that film kind of like impacted me. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa. Because I said that a lot of brands in this country are not bold enough to kind of be very edgy at times to market their products.
Yes,
They
I agree.
always,
I 100% agree.
They always go with the norm and the social norm or the etiquettes that have been taught to them since they was a child.
The boring
Like,
stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, Shufei, your mom is a teacher, but how did you learn about your period?
Oh God, if you want to get into this. Okay, honestly, right.
Yeah.
My mom did teach me, but it's like not much also. It's like it's like a thing that we don't really talk about. So when I was 12, am I not mistaken? Was I 12? Yeah, I was 12 when I first got my period. So like the first day I just got okay. The thing is, right, I knew about periods because of my classmates. Because, there were some of my classmates who got it first. So they did like share with me lah. So that's how I knew about periods. But I never had like this discussion with my mom ever. Like, yeah, until the day when I got it, when I woke up, I saw blood on the on the bed sheet, and then I'm like, oh.
Did you freak out?
Yeah, a bit lah. I'm like, huh? Oh my God, I'm bleeding. Like, it's my first time,
Yeah.
So, told my mom gave me a sanitary pad, and she's like, just use this. And I'm just like, okay.
That's it. She didn't explain what was going on,
No.
like, why you're having your period and stuff like that.
But she just tell me like, okay, you're gonna get this every month, so
Get
you just have to
used to
keep
it.
track. You have to keep track every month, so you know when you're gonna come. Yeah.
Exactly. You see what I mean? And this is why I think Libresse was making such a bold step to move forward with sexual education.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
agree.
see, if you're gonna rely on every girl, okay, I have a daughter, and
You have to
I
teach her
obviously
one.
not gonna, I'm in no position to teach it because I have a dick, okay? I don't have a vagina. What do I know, right? So obviously my wife is gonna tell her lah, right? But like you see, like your mom doesn't even explain to you. Wouldn't you feel a lot more comforting? God, I'm not gonna put your mom on the spot over here. What if like an educationer, okay, your school teacher, who is maybe, let's say, your biology teacher, comes up, all right, girls, I'm gonna teach you something today about the reproductive system. Ladies, at the age of 12, you're gonna experience this, and then like really make you fully aware about what this menstrual cycle is when you were young. Wouldn't you be not shy to talk about it? Wouldn't you be more prepared? Wouldn't you feel less embarrassed, if oh, I'm gonna have my period and I don't want to talk. Sometimes, I was in school, right? When girls had their period, right, it's like as if like damn embarrassing, that they have their period.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Was it like that for you?
Of course. Like every time.
Why,
and it's not the embarrassment of like they stain their clothes. No, it's the like, oh, I'm having a stomach ache. It's always having a stomach ache. They're not saying like,
Actually,
oh, I'm having my period.
Yeah, Shufi, why was it embarrassing? I don't know, cause I like Jin said I don't get it but like.
I mean for Jin I don't know lah, but for me personally it's just that I just don't want people to like notice that I have a stain on my
So for
uniform.
you it's mostly the stain
Yeah, and also because for one right, sometimes so for some girls right, we forget to restock the sanitary pad in our bag.
Yes.
So sometimes right, when your period suddenly comes when you're in school, you kind of panic because you don't know how to stop the bleeding and you don't have a pad with you.
Do you ask your friends or?
Yeah, of course we will ask our friends lah. But sometimes when your friends don't have it, then you panic even more because at the time you will feel like, oh my gosh, how like, I don't know how. So what I do and my friends do, like basically our school culture, I think we are not that shy to ask other people. So when we're in the toilet, when we see like a senior come in, we will just ask her like, hey, do you have like a sanitary pad? Like, just in case. And, usually they'll be like, oh, yeah. Hold on. Then they will go and get, for us.
That's
But I
nice.
think embarrassment is more like, you are just scared like you will have that stain on your uniform, like throughout the entire day,
Okay.
Yeah.
Understand.
I've
I mean,
had
like, yeah
friends in
lah.
school
Yeah, you
when
just
I
don't want
stain.
people to stare.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like boys. If we pee in our pants, obviously people will stare.
Yeah,
I
of course,
understand.
Yeah.
of course.
But I feel like the way girls are being educated about their menstrual cycle, right, is just not direct enough. It's like as if it's like a taboo thing that nobody talks about.
I feel not just girls, like guys, even guys should be educated about menstrual cycle. Cause
Okay, wait. I need to ask you.
we should.
I need to ask you, because you guys obviously had girlfriends, right? Do you learn
Yeah.
about menstrual pads as you are with your girlfriends?
yes, 100%. Like before that, I was completely clueless. That I know what is wing, what is not wing, what's the tampon. I didn't know there was like different kind of menstrual pads for different type of, like got the heavy flow, the end of the flow kind of the panty liner. Never knew a single thing until I had my girlfriend.
I never knew what it was
Until
because I mean, okay, obviously you know now, Okay, so for me, right, I think I found out about sanitary pads probably like when I was Form 4, Form 5.
Wow. Quite late.
But when I was younger, it was like even like, if I had relatives, right, who one day like the women talking to each other, they're like, hush, 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 hush. Then I'm like, oh, where you guys going? I'm going out. Going out where? And all of a sudden they're like looking at me like one kind, you know what I mean? Don't want to say anything. I'm going out to buy roti. Then I just said that, oh, can buy for me too. I'm hungry. I'm serious. They codenamed it roti. You know, loti. Okay, they don't call it roti, loti. You know what I mean? Because bread is like to absorb what. I mean, it's such a funny way to term it. But it's always been like that, and I never understood what it was. And then until I had a girlfriend, and then I see her carrying her pad all the time. And only then when I had a girlfriend, I understood what period was and how it looked like. And that was like when I was, say, 21?
Wow. Quite a bit late bloomer.
Okay. Yeah, a bit late.
Time's a bit different back then also.
Yeah, I'm a late bloomer. Yeah.
But I feel like, the education goes both ways. Like, it's not just girls who need to be educated. It's the guys also. Because the more guys know, the more they know how to make girls feel comfortable around it. Because
exactly.
I get this conception that like sometimes girls, they're embarrassed. Like you said, Shufi, among you girls, you can help each other out. But guys, let's be real, especially teenage boys. Teenage boys are dumb. They're dumb and they don't think before they do things on.
No. But I feel like, right, the guys who have sisters, they will know a little bit more.
Yes.
They will know.
That's the thing. I don't have a sister. I have two brothers, so we know jack shit about period. Only
so
when I got my girlfriend, then I learn a lot more.
You have to have like a girl in your life to understand these kind of things. So like when I was in high school, right, I had like these two guy friends, like they were very close to me lah. And then there was one time I remember we gathered at one of their house. I think we were supposed to watch like How I Met Your Mother together or something. It was a new season lah. So we gathered and then we wanted to watch. And then out of nowhere, right, my period just came, And then imagine me like with two guys, right? Like the guys don't know anything. And I'm just like, oh shit, like I don't even have a pad with me, like I just forgot to bring. Like I didn't even think that my period would have come. And then my friend Derek is his house, right? Then he's like, oh okay, let me check like if my mom still has any or like my sister has any. Cause like his sister was overseas at the time. She was studying overseas. So like he went to check. And like surprisingly he knew where his sister and his mom kept the sanitary pads. Yeah. So like it was very easy. I'm just like, oh, okay. Not bad. Cause like I know a lot of guys, they don't know these kind of things,
Yeah. And a lot of guys like they're very shy around it. Like it's like, when like it's I put it in the same category as condom, like, it's something like people are so shy about it, but it's something that you use, like people use on every day in their lives. Like, like you see sometimes when they buy sanitary pads or something like that, they're very shy to bring it to the counter and everything. But bro, come on, it's normal. Like we need to normalize these things,
Yep.
Like last time when I was a prefect, I do spot checks, right? When I find a sanitary pad thing in somebody's bag, right, they start getting very embarrassed.
Yeah.
Then
feels bad,
I get embarrassed. Like I felt like I did something
like you
wrong.
invaded too much of their privacy at that.
Yeah,
exactly. But now, okay, to bring it back to the whole drama of what happened online. So apparently, a religious woman lashed out at Libresse when they released their campaign, saying that they actually they were leveraging on a women's private part in order for their campaign lah. So they
to
used
sell something for women's private part. Wow.
No, but the reason why they say it was degrading is because the private part should be kept private. But okay, the thing is, right, in their defense, they're not using the illustration to sexualize
they're not using
women
the actual,
at all.
they're not using the real thing. They're using the flower, right? Am I right?
Next thing you know, they say 1901 whatever hot dog chain cannot put a hot dog there.
Like,
too much like a private part.
Like who in their right mind will look at the flower and think like, hey, haha, this is so sexual, like
yeah.
I wouldn't even look at a flower like that. If you look at a flower like that, then there's obviously something very wrong with you,
See, it's like, the way she said it, right? What's gonna happen? Oh, just because, somebody sees a vagina, automatically they're gonna be sexually aroused, is it? No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It does not work. You're making it sound like you're making it sound like a bigger deal than it actually is. And for me, it's like when I saw Libresse they released a statement pulling down the end, I was like, oh man, this is where you've kind of caved in. But then again, in our country, where a lot of people are very, very conservative. But it is good to know that Libresse is taking the bold step forward.
I feel like
In
Libresse. I feel like Libresse should have pulled. I feel if they had stayed, they would have made a much stronger statement. Like I said, we need to normalize these kind of things. Like it's not sexual. I agree, it wasn't sexual in any way. And people are just a bit too sensitive in our country. I have to say that, like, it's a bit too sensitive. I'm not saying like we should go out and just say whatever, you know, we still have to be mindful of what we say, but at the same time, you know, you gotta be a bit more open-minded. It's a product for women's private parts. And like what Shufe said, it's not like you put some porno picture on the thing there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's not like some scientific chart of it. It's an artistic interpretation of a product, or of a women's product, of a women's private part, where the product is supposed to be used. I think
exactly.
It's not like you're taking that and you go and market potato chips. That's like
imagine
two different things, you know.
Imagine how discreet you have to be just to buy these kind of things. Like why? Like just have it obvious. Like, you know, last time when I was younger, right, when I had to go and buy sanitary pad, I don't even know where to look for it, you know, because it's not obvious, you know.
Okay.
And I think the design is quite nice. The Batik incorporation is very nice.
I did not. Okay, actually, to be honest, when I saw the design, right, I was like, "Oh, this is it." So where's the vagina?
Yeah, exactly. It's not obvious. Yeah.
I looked at it. Oh, where's the vagina?
It's an artistic impression.
Yeah, I mean, like, they're not using sex to sell.
Yeah, definitely not.
Right.
There's a difference. You know, some people put tits on, or not put tits on a packaging just to sell. There is a term saying sex sells, right? Mm-hmm. They're not. I feel they are educating. And I feel that what Libresse did was very bold and very empowering to women, you know, to kind of represent them, to tell them that it's okay to come out and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, this is what I go through on a monthly basis. Yeah, I use this. You know what I mean? I'm proud of it. We're ladies. We have we have this because we're going through our menstrual cycles. What is this menstrual cycle for? You know, is when we basically, when the egg is being flushed out of your system, and you know, we get new ones so that you men can put your little tadpoles in there and make life.
Yep.
You know, these are things that nobody talks about because there's very, very little sex education in our country because everybody thinks it's like a taboo to talk about it. It's like, how do most of people learn how to have sex? Is either by watching porn or like by talking to somebody else.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So this is what I was having a conversation. Can you imagine if a girl did not know what her menstrual cycle was and she was bleeding and she goes to the wrong person to educate her about it? Can you imagine what that person could do? On a good day, that person is your parent, okay? Can point you the right direction. But what if you basically go to a predator? Be it whether, it doesn't even matter if the predator is a male or a female, okay? Anyone can be predators. What if you basically seek advice of what you're going through growing up as a female, and you get advice from the wrong person? How could that be? That person could take advantage of you and use that in his position to groom you.
Yep.
So that's why I feel like I know I'm going on a babble over here. That's what I'm trying to say is sexual education is very, very, very important. And the next important thing that comes after sexual education is consent.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the most important thing. But on the flip side, is that a freaking marketing genius for the rest. Oh, I gotta say, they're probably getting more ad spend for absolutely free.
Yep.
It pays to be bold. Okay, to all the advertisers out there, all the marketing people out there, it pays to be bold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hint.
But what are your takes on this?
Okay,
Shu,
for me,
you go
right?
first.
Yeah. So for me, right, honestly, I would have really appreciated it if someone actually told me about the things that I was going through or about to go through when I was younger, you know. There are so many things that happen to our private part. I swear to God, like, I have went through so many things that I wish I had someone to like advise me. You know, when I was younger, when I go through like a lot of stuff, right, I had to Google, you know, my only source was Google. Like, I can tell you what I've went through, okay? I mean, I think these are just common things that girls go through, but we don't really talk about it. And I feel quite embarrassed to tell my friends about it also when I was younger. But of course, now that we're older, we of course got discussed these kind of things lah. But when we were younger, it's like, yes.
But we still discuss it amongst like closed doors, right? Like our close friends and stuff like that. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things that that we go through, you know, as a girl. You know, do you guys know about UTI?
Yeah.
I think,
Yes.
yeah. So I think most girls go through UTI. I don't know when I started getting it. It's not like a thing that happens to me often, but it does happen. And at first when, I got it, I can't remember when's the first time. I did get it a few times. But when the first time I got it, I panicked, dude. Like, it was the worst feeling ever. Like, you keep constantly like you want to pee, but there's no pee, you know, like you have that urge to go and pee. You feel like, oh, you have like a lot of like pee to come out. You go, nothing. Yeah. And it burns, you know, when you pee. And it just so bad. Like every time like I get UTI, right, I just don't understand why I get it. And, I have come to a conclusion where, it's either sometimes, it's either not clean or that one, it doesn't really happen to me often, but when it happens to me, it's always when I go overseas. It's always when I go to a cold climate country. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I think the weather does something to my body. I don't know. But I always get it.
Maybe. Actually, you did UTI. Okay, for those listening who probably do not know what UTI is, UTI is urinary tract infection.
Yeah.
It's an infection of the tract of your urinary hole. Is it?
Yeah, I guess.
Actually, is it more?
Urinary tract infection is the infection of your urinary tract, like, duh.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I don't know what is that. Like, I was like, why I keep want to pee, but I don't know why I want to pee, but there's no pee. So I will Google that kind of thing, you know, want to pee, but cannot pee. And then it will come out, you know, or like when I pee, it burns. You know, that kind of like symptoms that you can't really tell people because you feel very embarrassed, you know. So you go and Google yourself to find out what it is. Yeah. So that's when I learned like, oh, okay, this is UTI. This is most probably UTI.
Yeah. And it's actually a lot more common than you think, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's a
common.
common thing. Actually, UTI is they call it the honeymoon disease. Have you heard about it?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I'm learning new things today.
So when couples have sex, when they basically have it for the like when they, okay, let's say for example, if both are the first time having sex, right? I think hygiene is the last thing they'll think about when they have sex for the first time.
That's why.
Not gonna lie. They're probably gonna have sex like how they freaking see it on porn. They're like, okay, you know, gotta do this, gotta do that, and yeah, you know, okay. Obviously, it will never ever result that way.
Yeah.
Trust me, okay. And then I think before you know it, then I mean, I used to go through this, and then my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, I went through it also. Don't worry.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend got UTI, and she freaked out because like when we went to the doctor, and then they found out it was UTI. And then I think the doctor just, I had to ask the doctor, what's UTI? Oh, UTI is like, you know, there's a infection in the urinary tract. And then I went to my ex-girlfriend and told her, oh, it's an infection. And she freaked out. What the fitch? You know, are you, like, you're telling me there's something growing inside me? And then he looked at me, right? It's like as if I was the guilty one. It's like, I put it there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the reason why she freaked out or we freaked out is probably because we were not informed enough. As we were teenagers, you didn't know. Like 21 years old, you know, and we didn't understand what was going on. And then after that, I came back, told my mom about it, and that's when my mom told me, this one honeymoon disease.
Oh, you tell your mom? I don't think my parents know anything about my sexual life.
Yeah, I tell my mom about it. I mean, like my mom introduced me to the condom. She said, "Look, I don't want." Okay, the reason why she introduced me to the condom is not because she wants me to protect myself from sexual transmitted disease. Hey, use this. I don't want you to get any girl pregnant.
Yeah, of course, right.
But you see, that is the selling point. Don't get anybody pregnant. But what everybody should be selling is you can prevent yourself from getting HIV.
Yep.
You can
STDs.
prevent sexual transmit diseases.
Yep.
You see, you know what I mean? And all these things we learn from our parents, and everybody's parents is different. There is no one regulated source where all this information and education comes from. And that's sad. And that is very, very sad.
Time to add the education minister already. Hello?
But it's true, all these
hello?
things, right? You don't know how come it happens one. Like even for me, right, I got UTI after sex also. But for me, right, I don't know, it's like so for me, right, before sex, I'll always go and wash one. Like, I make the guy wash, so I don't care. Like, I just like to be hygienic. But then afterwards, right, like, I think cause like after sex, then you stay in bed for a while, right? And then, I'm so sorry, if my parents watch this, oh my God. But Yeah, so even that few minutes that you stay in bed, right, is like, you got a chance to get UTI one, I swear to God, like, I have no idea why, but now, right, like, if I were to have sex, right, I was, after sex, I will straight away go and wash one.
Shower.
Like, I will not risk it. Yeah, I will not risk it. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
It's
sorry.
just very weird.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
mean, look, man, for me, it's whatever. Hygiene comes first, okay? It's your private part, okay? It's your private part. Whatever the guys, all girls also. You really have to take care. You see, we were not, again, nobody tells you this, but hey, this podcast
Now we're
tells you
teaching
that.
you. Yeah. Change it to sex education. No relation to no relation to the Netflix series.
Look, we're not here to condone you to have sex before marriage or whatever not. You believe
yourself.
whatever you
Up to
believe.
you,
Yeah.
man. Just be safe.
Just
right?
stay safe.
It's completely up to you. But this is what we went through, okay? And this is what we're here to share. Okay? If nobody's going to tell you, all right, cool. This podcast is not supposed to teach you. It's supposed to encourage you to start that conversation.
Yeah.
Particularly, number one, with your parents. If you don't want to talk to your parents, okay, whatever. Talk to your partner. Understand each other. You need to understand these things in order. Yeah, lah. A lot of people think, right, like, you only talk about these things when it's sexual related. Sometimes you can talk about breasts, you can talk about dicks, you can talk about vaginas, and it doesn't have to involve you having sex.
Yeah.
Look, man, Jared is openly talking about his balls because he encourages people to go and
check
your testicles because he had testicular cancer.
Yeah.
I that image will forever be burned in my mind.
Yeah. And
So
the thing
open
is,
about it.
nobody's going to be openly going around saying, hey, you want to see my balls or something. Nobody's going to do that.
Even for girls, the memory check for
glance.
the memory
Check
glance,
for,
to see if there
so
was a
that's-
lump in the chest or something.
Yeah, so that's why when Libresse came out to do this kind of campaign, right, I was like, wow, this is getting good. You know why? It's because, number one, they're a big brand.
Yep.
Okay? They're a big brand, number one. As a big brand, you are influential, right? Because a lot of people look up to you as an organization, a huge organization. They're multinational, right? They're not just Malaysian, right?
No, they're under an umbrella company, isn't it? Wait, cut this off if I'm wrong. I think they're Unilever one, no?
Okay, cool. So they are multinational company now.
Swedish consumer good company owned by us.
Great.
Yeah,
Is it Unilever?
International.
I think it's international.
International.
I think it's safe to say
Yeah,
it's
look.
international.
Oh, it's SCT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SCT.
International level. That means to go international, that means they are kind of big already, right? To have an they're kind of big, right? A big organization openly talking about
Great.
your private
Fantastic. I love it.
part.
Honestly.
And they're doing it they're not doing it to sexualize anyone or to sexualize an object. They are doing it to inform.
You know what's funny? People seem like they are so against this kind of thing, right? In our country. But when they want to do research on these things, where do they go to? They go to all the Western people for all this information.
I also feel kind of half part of me feels sad for the people who like think this is like dishonoring women and all. Like,
No.
like I feel sad for them because they are probably not educated in as well. So in matters like this, like they're probably ill informed. They've been taught differently, but like we say this is, we should normalize these things this is not something we should be like super hush about. It's a normal thing. It happens every day. Every woman gets it, and it's a very, very normal. I cannot stress the word normal thing. It's nothing special or nothing sexual about it. It's just humans, and not just humans. It's just mammals. Like, dogs also get period and everything on, right?
Yeah.
It's not just humans. Every mammal, like a lot of mammals get periods also.
It's so funny you said that. I had a dog, right? And it was a female dog.
She got a period.
And then one day, she got a period. I laughed.
Why you laugh? You that bad?
Yeah, it's damn bad.
The dog probably hurt there,
No, it's not that. I was like, dogs also have
Yeah,
period
it's
one,
normal. Is that normal?
And their dog sanitary pads too.
Oh, that one I did not know. That one I
It's like
did
a
not know.
Pampers one, then you
Aiyo, so cute.
Yeah,
There's
you
a
let them
little
wear it.
cutout there's a little cutout for the tail to come out, and then there's a lot of patterns. Then there's one pattern where there's a face behind, and then the tail is a nose.
Aiyo, so cute.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I
That
think
was
dogs
cool.
not monthly. They like once a year or something like that.
It's like, Exactly. Dogs are.
It's that normal that animals, every single mammal will get it.
I think like I remember even questioning my mom at that point of time. So yeah, dogs only get their periods when they are on heat. Your parents say, "Oh, this dog on heat, on
then,
heat."
You know, the
what I
extra
mean?
horny and all the guy dogs around.
Yeah, so it doesn't happen always. It happens at one time. Then after my question, how come girls have it all the time? Are they all,
all the time.
I remember saying that. Oh,
Oh
are you all on heat every time? You know, that kind of thing. You see, I didn't know. I didn't understand what the blood was until later. Like I said, I'm a slow boomer.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean?
Going back to your point, Jin, like you said, a lot of parents like they should the word is should educate their kids about it. But I do feel it extends beyond just parents. I still think education system in Malaysia very, very far behind. I have no qualms in saying this. Like they need to step up in this matter, especially going back to Shufei's story about how she get period in her school and she doesn't have a pet. Why is pets not free in school? Like why can't
pets are never free?
No.
Oh no, man!
Pets
No
are
free
never
school.
free.
Yeah,
dude.
but why isn't it? Like these are little girls in school. Not say little girls are, but these are school girls.
Growing girls.
Why can't they be like a dispenser for pets in your school? Why can't it be free? Toilet paper is free, right? Okay, let's be real. Toilet paper in school sometimes it's like.
I think there was 1 year where they did put it. If I'm not mistaken, I really can't remember already. It was very long ago. I think there was like a dispenser thing, but it was not.
Yeah.
It was not free. It was not free. You have to put like coins inside one.
God, my school also got. I think my school, there was one time what happened was there was this nurse, the school nurse. So any problems, you can go to her and talk about what's going on, and they will have sanitary pads. And then in the girls' toilet, they will have all the sanitary pad
disposal. The disposal, I think the one your school got, right?
Memang got lah. That one should have ma.
The special trash bin for these sanitary pads. Yeah.
Do you have that? I'm sure.
Confirm have.
But
then there's still some girls, I don't know, they just throw them in the matong, I don't know, and then just try to flush and then it just jams out that kind of thing. They don't even know there's a trash can for the sanitary pad, they throw in the toilet bowl, bro. So I think this kind of things is because no one tell them, so they probably just throw it inside the toilet bowl.
Exactly, no one tell them. Need to educate. And how hard is it to make sanitary pads free in school? So these girls don't have to go, have to worry when their period comes. Like, they can just focus on studying when it comes. There's something in the toilet there for you already.
Yeah.
Just these simple things. Like, I'm so appalled at how I'm really acting the education minister here.
I was just very I get it, certain religious cultures, right, or certain religion, they emphasize on covering up. Yeah, totally. Yeah, yes,
that's the different. That's a total different case, though.
Yeah,
covering up
totally
and
get
human
that.
biology is totally different.
Yeah,
exactly. But to be honest, this is human biology. They wouldn't sexualize.
Yeah, it's like
women.
they're not telling you to you have a V, and then.
Why is it degrading for a woman to have a vagina?
Yeah,
seriously.
Exactly. They're not asking you to do anything with that.
Exactly.
A nun also will get period on, right? Like, no matter how religious you are, if you're a woman, most likely you're gonna have a period.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, man, we're not in any way we're making fun of nuns and stuff.
No,
like that.
I'm just saying religion doesn't play a fact in doesn't
before
factor.
Someone takes us out of context, okay? Before someone takes us out of context. But I just hope one day, like you see, I don't know whether parents are going to agree with me or going to disagree with me. But we already taught my daughter what penis and vagina is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, look, man, one time, look, when you have a kid,
they'll ask everything.
No, it's not your ask everything. Your privacy goes out the damn window.
Oh, okay.
True.
You take a shit in the morning and then, your daughter just walks in.
Daddy, what is that?
Why I don't have?
I'm not gonna lie. She has already asked that. Okay, and it's so funny. Look, man, the things that kids say sometimes is quite cute. She asks, "How come mommy's?" Cause so we call it pop pot. So how come mommy's pop pot and daddy's pop pot different one? And then they're so funny. We laugh one day, and then Michelle was asking Kaiser, "What do you mean by mommy's pop pot and daddy's pop pot different?" Oh, daddy's one is so long.
Oh, the innocence of a child. Oh,
yeah,
when she said that, I was like laughing, but at the same time,
yeah, Jin.
And Michelle looked at me. Michelle was like joking. Like,
Don't flatter
no,
yourself.
Yeah, but you know, then Michelle properly sat down with her and told her what they are actually called. Because come on, man, parents used to tell us. Actually, to be honest, I don't know what a girl's terminology was for a vagina in kids form. I mean, your dick is called kukujiao or but
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a girl's vagina was called.
Pepe.
Yeah,
Oh, pepe.
pepe lah.
Okay, pepe.
Pepe.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
for me, I know I have kukujiao, but stuff like that. So, yeah. So, my mom's in the background. She's joking and she's probably laughing as well. So yeah, like for me, we sat her down and we told her what it was. We told her that this thing was a penis, and then Michelle's what was a vagina, and she understood it, and that's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't use it against. She doesn't like, you know how kids when they learn something, then all of a sudden they start repeating it. She didn't, and now she pronounces it properly. And you know, sometimes she'll say, "Oh, look at daddy's papa." Or so I know, daddy, it's a penis. Yeah. So I mean, and it's nothing. There's nothing wrong. What's Keizo gonna do? Gonna use it against someone? No, she's not. I mean, just as long as you know what her daddy has, it's like that's also wrong. But you know, I feel that all these education should start from young, and there's nothing wrong about it. That's why for me, it's like I feel bringing up my child, I'm gonna do it differently. I want to make sure she is as informed.
Yeah.
Particularly because she's a girl, right?
Yeah.
And no, I'm not saying that, you know, she has a lot more to lose or she's a lot more vulnerable just because she's a female. Even if I had a son, okay, I want to bring him up to respect women and understand that there are boundaries. And as for a girl, I want her to grow up to be confident about herself and not be shy when she has her menstrual cycle and, you know, have other people laugh at her. And because there are people who are going to laugh at her when she goes to school. So yeah, I mean, like for me, it's just my way of just making a change in how I bring up my children.
Yeah, I think it's good because like imagine, right, if let's say there's like some creepy ass man out there, you know, then like try to like, you know, groom her or whatever. She knows all these things like, oh, my daddy tell me like cannot, like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rather than, she don't know what I said, then she curious.
Oh, then she learn from
then
this
she
fella.
listen. Yeah, then she listen to that guy, you know.
Even worse.
I get them. I really get them scared that there are so many predators out there. You know, day in day out, we hear a lot of news about different predators. And for me, as a father who has a daughter, I get very like, I don't know. This probably will be a conversation for another day. But you know, I get very paranoid even thinking about it. Like if I were to send my daughter to school, is she safe? All these things, you know, that goes through your head. But yeah,
you know. As a father, I don't know. I'm not a father, but like I would imagine.
I hope you become a father soon.
Wait. Calm down.
Hey. Okay. But yeah, I think like that's. I mean, like just one round before, you know, we wrap this up. I just feel that Libresse did a great job. I just have to say, hey,
respect.
I hope their next campaign they will work with bold women, influencers, marketing, and people who are unafraid to come out and talk about sexual education to educate people about their bodies.
Actually, I have a story, but then it's okay lah. Okay, leave it.
No. Okay, wait. Go ahead, Shu Fei. We're not done yet.
Wow,
Okay,
this story, I've never told anyone like outside before. I think only my close friends know. But I think for educational purposes, I really don't mind sharing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think this is more of like sexual education. Okay lah, it's also related to the V also because it happened to me. But okay, I'll just start. Okay. So like I won't say at which age, but like this was when I had sex for the first time.
Right.
Yeah. And you know how, I don't know, I think it's very common for people to get paranoid after, you know, losing it for the first time. I don't know. It happened to me. I was so paranoid, dude. Like, but I mean, I played it safe also. I did use a condom.
Yep.
But I was still paranoid. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get pregnant. All that stuff, you know. And then you know what I did the next thing? I went and get the morning after pill.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
I was so scared, dude. Like, I was so freaking scared. Like, I was like paranoid. I couldn't sleep. And then like, I was so...
You were afraid that you would get pregnant.
Yeah, I was so afraid. So I took it.
Okay.
So I took it.
Right.
And then so this one I didn't know at the time. Okay, so basically when you take the morning after pill, your menstrual cycle will kind of fuck up one. So your period won't come on time. So it's like another red flag because you don't even know if you're pregnant or you are just missing your cycle because of the morning after pill.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
Did you pee on a stick? No.
No. I have never tried, but I was damn worried, that time I couldn't sleep I couldn't eat I think I just really I was so distracted until my period finally came. Yeah, but the bad thing was, right, no one told me this also. I swear, all the things that I went through, right, really no one told me. And it's just so stupid. Okay, I'm just gonna share with you guys so you guys don't repeat the mistake that I did. Because I feel like a lot of people go through the same thing. And I've heard, I've heard from other friends also, they did take the morning after pill before because they're just scared in general, even though they use a condom. Yeah.
That means they were over preventing themselves from the worst to happen And sometimes, Okay. Actually, don't say even boys do stupid things Like for example, the first time I did it, right? Even I used a condom, I was so paranoid that that they said that it's 99.9% safe, right?
Yeah.
You see, you never always think that the 99% also represents for a lot of things like sexual transmitted disease and whatever not. I always think that the 99% is the 99.9% chances of you not getting pregnant. But what about the 0.1%?
Yeah.
It's still a chance. Hello, it's still a chance.
I watched it on the episode of Friends because there was an episode where Ross even used the condom but she still got pregnant. And there's always a chance where pre-ejaculation whatever nonsense.
Always
that's why all these things, right, you will just think about it and you're like, oh my god, I didn't think about that. Like, what if this happens? Oh, I heard of someone who used a condom and they still got pregnant. So what are the odds that it will happen to me? That kind of random stuff that comes into your head. And at the time, right, I didn't even dare to tell my friends, I was so embarrassed. I told no one, only me and my boyfriend at the time, knew about this. Yeah. So one thing about morning after pill also, if you can, don't ever eat it. I swear to God, you know what happened to me? So, right, I got yeast infection because of the stupid pill. Because it fucks up your hormones. So basically your hormones just go haywire So aside from, missing your period, you also have a chance of getting yeast infection. And
wow.
Yeah, so I got it. Yeah. So, oh my God, it was so bad. Okay, so yeast infection, right? It kind of change the color of your discharge. So that was one. And then the second, so the second thing is, oh my God, it's super itchy. It's not even itchy at the surface, It's itchy inside, you don't even know where to scratch that kind,
oh man.
Yeah, so these kind of things, no one tell me, no one explained to me. I had to Google everything based on Google. I swear to God.
So when you went through that, did you tell anything to your mom at least?
No, I did not. Okay, so this is the funny thing that happened. So, okay, this happened very long ago. So I'm okay but at the time I was very embarrassed. So after finding out that it might be yeast infection, right? So obviously the best way for me was to try to find a home, what's that?
Home remedy.
A home remedy to get rid of that freaking yeast infection.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just go to the doctor?
Scared that time, so young, so risky. Okay, I wasn't that young I was basically almost adult already, but I was still very embarrassed. Because these kind of things weren't really talked about in my group at the time. So all these things I really kept to myself. I really told no one. And at the time, my boyfriend at the time also, he didn't know what was going on. I think it was his first time going through that also, right?
Yeah.
So both of us obviously we didn't tell anyone And then I didn't even want to go to the doctor because I was very scared. So sometimes home remedies.
You scared the doctor will okay, I'm gonna call your mommy right now.
That kind of thing you don't want to show your face Yeah. So at the time I searched for home remedies whatever. Then I read up they say, coconut oil helps. You just put a little bit on inside and stuff, and it will help get rid of it. So
did it help though?
Okay, I tried it. Do I want to go in depth on what happened?
Up to you.
No. It's up to you. It's completely up to you.
Okay lah, can lah. Okay, so what they it's very stupid but I mean it's a story. I'm sure everyone wants a good story, so I'll just tell you. Okay, so what they tell you, they advise you, because coconut oil is liquid, right? How are you gonna insert something liquid up your
That's true. I didn't think of
standing
that.
like that, gravity. So what they advise you to do, right? I'm sure there's someone, right, who has Googled this before and came out with the same result as me. I swear to God, confirm got someone here that's listening has tried it before. I don't know but confirm have. Okay. So what they tell you is you buy coconut oil, you find like a Tupperware or whatever, you pour the coconut oil inside, then you freeze it. You freeze it in the, you freeze it in the fridge. Yeah, I swear to God. And then, after it's frozen, you cut it into small pieces. I swear to God. And then you insert it into your, yeah. Serious, I really went through this. I know it's like so unbelievable, right? But yeah, these are the things that people don't talk about.
But I'm sure at that time you're like panicking also. You don't think you're like, okay, this is the solution already, right?
Yeah. So I tried it lah.
Also.
Yeah. So every night, ridiculous. Right? Oh my God, do you know how hard it is?
How many nights you had to do this for?
I did it for like a few days, I think. And then
oh my God.
No, I tell you how I inserted it first. It's that funny. So basically, right, you lie on the bed. So you try to elevate yourself against the wall. Yeah, you put your legs up, right? So you can insert like the cube inside. Yeah, so over time it will like melt, right? So you have to put like the panty liner in case it melts. Cause it's oil. You get me? So yeah, this happened for a few days, and it didn't help. I thought it was doing something. Okay, at the start it was helping. And then after like the coconut oil goes away, right? Then it's like it's itchy again. So it's like basically it's like a temporary fix, I guess. So in the end, right, like I had no choice, and then like I really had no hope already. Yeah, so I went to the doctor.
Okay,
like,
you went to an OB. You went OB or you went to a general OB? Like,
I mean, like, guys, look, man. I think
shame
like,
going
you
to
probably
OB.
didn't.
Serious. Save yourself from this frozen coconut. Oh
yeah,
shit!
Serious,
go to the OB straight away. No shame.
Imagine,
they're pretty nice
imagine
people.
Your parents.
Yeah.
Imagine your parents walking on. What you doing? I'm just doing my cheer.
They don't know,
I'm doing my cheer routine.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me, guys. Like that time of my life, damn stressful, bro. Okay, so I went to the doctor, right? And then the first thing the doctor asked me, "Are you sexually active?" I'm just like, I like shit. I was like, okay, I tell her. So I tell her. Okay. And he asked me like what happened and all that. Then I explained. Told him I took the morning after pill, blah, blah, blah. Then the first thing he told me, please don't ever eat the morning after pill. That's the first thing he told me. He's like, then that was when I realized that it was because of the morning after pill. That's why I got the yeast infection.
But here's a question I'd like to ask you. Now that you know now that you've gone through this, you know what to do and whatever not. Next time when you have a daughter, are you gonna inform her?
Yeah, of course.
Like at what age though? Like do you gradually ease into it? High school. Okay.
Yeah.
But you will gradually. Obviously, you'll gradually like okay. That's how I would do it. I'll gradually ease into it so that at least she's like
yeah.
Wow, Chufei. I mean, like,
story though. I wasn't expecting frozen coconut oil.
No. But okay. But
sorry, I should have been playing the applause. But Chufei, but thanks so much for sharing that though. I mean, like,
but wait, I'm not done yet. You know the remedy from the doctor, right? Is almost the same. It's almost the same, but it's a bit different. It's like there's like this medicine. I don't even know what it is.
Okay, so there's medication, they give you the right medication.
But they put it in a syringe.
Okay.
So you have to like put it inside and then you, just push it. Yeah.
A syringe makes more sense than frozen coconut oil.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
I thought you were gonna say like put in the, the turkey baster kind of thing.
It's like imagine if your brother opens up the fridge. Oh wow, coconut ice cream.
Hey, but the coconut oil very useful. Other than like, helping me with my concerns at the time, right? I used it for many other things. Like like hair mask lah, like all that stuff. Like very useful thing.
Multi-purpose coconut oil.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that, I would like to wrap up this episode and tell you that coconut oil is the shit. Dude, I'm so glad we had this conversation. I think like there's nothing sexual about this conversation at all. It's just a bunch of friends, and this is what normally friends do.
Yeah.
We talk about it. It's just that we always do it amongst ourselves because we think that other people will not be able to accept this type of conversation or topic. But to be honest, I learned a thing or two today, and I'm thankful for it.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for those of you listening, we hope you guys have taken away something from this episode. And hey, once again, a big shout out to Libresse for doing what you do. I'm just waiting to see what you do for your next campaign, man. And I think like based on the feedback that you've gotten from the World Wide Web, kind of gives you reassurance that what you're doing is not wrong. Don't you think so, guys?
Yeah, but sometimes it's inaccurate. Like sometimes you search something, they tell you that you have cancer. You're like, like don't believe everything on the internet.
Don't search for Google. Don't use Google as your medical diagnosis.
Go see a doctor.
That's all I have to say.
And
trust me.
I want to say also, if you are a girl and you have like something that's worrying you about the female body or whatever, you can talk to me because
Yes. Go DM Shu Fei,
feel
okay?
free
It's
to
at
talk
Shu
to
Fei
me.
Wong.
I'm very comfortable in talking about all these things now compared to when I was
Awesome.
younger. Yes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will speak to you guys next time.